This tutorial focuses on how to share project workbooks in the Multifamily Customer Portal. Topics covered include how to view memorialized workbooks, how to view Minnesota Housing's current working version, and how to upload and share your current working version. To log into the portal, go to mnhousing.force.com/multifamilyportal. We will now go to the portal. The Project Workbooks section of a project page allows Minnesota Housing to store memorialized versions of a project workbook at various points in time. For example, Minnesota Housing will store the board selection/approval workbook after projects are selected for funding by Minnesota Housing's board. Memorialized workbooks are available for you to refer back to at a later date. There is also storage space to save working versions of a workbook so that Minnesota Housing can share their most current workbook with customers and customers can share their most current workbook with Minnesota Housing staff. Note, in some funding rounds, such as the Consolidated Request for Proposals, the Project Workbook section of a project page only becomes visible after the project is selected for funding by Minnesota Housing's board. This tutorial assumes you can currently see the Project Workbook section of a project page. Customers should always upload the multifamily workbook to a phase checklist when it appears as a required checklist item, even if this section of a project page is visible. To view a memorialized workbook, go to the Workbook section of the project page and click the selected project number in the project list. You will know that it's selected by the selected indicator. On the new screen, you will see the name of the project workbook types in the far left column and the last modified by information in the column to the far right. The last modified by column includes the name of the individual that last uploaded a file and the date that the file was modified. If a workbook type is available for customers to view, under the Project Workbook Type column, click the name of the workbook type you wish to view. For example, click Project Select/Approval. Under Files, click Download to view and open the file in Microsoft Excel. You can navigate back to the list of project workbook types by clicking on the project number. You can also go back to the project by clicking on the project name. In this case, you will click the project number so you can go back to the list of workbook types available to view. You will follow the same steps to view Minnesota Housing's working version. Click Minnesota Housing Working Version. Under Files, click Download to open and view the file in Microsoft Excel. Navigate back to the list of project workbook types by clicking on the project number. To upload a working version for the first time, click the Customer's Working Version workbook type from the list. Minnesota Housing recommends you download the most recent workbook shared by Minnesota Housing as a base and make your changes from there. This will ensure any modification made to the workbook by Minnesota Housing remains. Under Files, click Upload Files. Locate the file on your computer and hit Open. Note, you can only upload one file to this folder. Once the file has uploaded, select Close. To replace an existing file, click on the file name in the title column. From this new screen, users can download and upload a new file version. You can also view file version history, add a description, or edit the name of the file by clicking Edit Details. Click Upload New Version in the upper left side of the screen. Navigate to the updated file and click Open. Make a note about what's changed. Then click Upload New Version. To view a previous version of the workbook, select Show All Versions. You can see all of the versions uploaded to the portal and notes about the file under the Versions column. Download a previous version of a file by clicking on the green arrow in the Actions column. Click Close when finished. To navigate back to the project workbooks, click on the name of the workbook type in the Shared With column. Note, you may need to click Show All if the name does not appear in the list. You will be brought back to the workbook version you are working on. Be sure to check out our other tutorials. Find multifamily customer portal resources on the quick links at mnhousing.gov. This concludes the Sharing Project Workbooks tutorial. Contact mhfa.app@state.mn.us with questions.